doing in Fox's bedroom? We're supposed to leave it for the police evidence teams.
I know. I know. It's just, it's the only place I can still feel him, you know.
But this is where Fox was murdered. I mean, you really shouldn't torture yourself.
I know. I can't help it, Fancy. I mean, my son is dead. And I feel like I didn't even know him.
That's not true.
Isn't it? Please, Fancy. All those years you were growing up, I knew exactly what I was doing, playing favorites. All I ever cared about was Ethan and you, Fox, Pretty. You were just sort of left to your own devices, weren't you? I mean, you had a father who was either absent or intoxicated, and a mother who just didn't care. I tried to make that up to you, I did, these last few years, but I think maybe it was a little too late. And now I think it's always gonna be too late for Fox.
You did the best you could.
Oh, did I? What was this for?
Oh, swimming. Yeah, Fox won the individual medley at the boarding school league championships. I think it was the year before you sent him to Europe.
I didn't know. It must have been really important to him, for him to keep it around all this time. And I didn't know. Fancy, I feel so guilty. You know, I have done so many things wrong, and I made so many mistakes with them.
Oh, don't blame yourself, Mother.
She's right, Mother. Don't blame yourself. Blame Fancy. That's what I'm doing.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, what did I do now?
Ugh. Listen to you. The new sharing and caring version of Fancy. Don't listen to a word she says, Mother. You remember what she was like. She made Paris Hilton look like Mother Teresa.
Pretty, I thought we were getting along. You set up that lovely dessert party in my room, and I thought we were friends again.
Yes. That was before I found out Fox had been murdered. And then I wised up. You are the reason I didn't know my own brother.
Wow. What are you saying?
She made it so I couldn't come home.
I did no such thing.
Well, you did this to me, and this made me not come home.
Okay, stop. Please just stop.
Oh, I'm
Pretty.
sorry, Mother. I know that my hideous face offends your tender sensibilities.
Okay, can't we just put away this bitterness for one night? Fox is dead. I think we should just be concentrating on him.
That's what I'm doing. All right, if it hadn't been for you, I would have had years to get to know my brother. I would have had memories to look back on, but now I have nothing. I know the servants better than I knew my brother.
Okay, just stop it, Pretty. Don't blame Fancy.
Don't take her side. You are always taking her side.
That's not true.
Mother, I am not stupid. Okay, I remember how you reacted when Fancy scarred my face. I was terrified, and I needed you. Okay, I needed my mother to tell me that everything was going to be fine, that I would look normal again, even if it was a lie. But all I saw on your face was disgust. And then as the weeks wore on, you started suggesting that I maybe just don't go out at all. Don't go to the country club, Pretty. Let's not go shopping. That was when the bandages were still on. You hadn't even seen my scars yet, and you were already ashamed to be seen with me in public.
Okay, you are not being fair. Mother, I know that wasn't true, was it?
Well, there's your answer. I hate you. I hate both of you.
She shouldn't blame you. That doesn't make sense.
Does pure hatred ever make sense?
So sorry for Pretty, but there's not much I can do for her. She'll never listen to me.
Some of the things she says scare me, Mother. She's always saying I'm two-faced. And sometimes I think she's right.
Fancy, honey, you're nothing like you used to be.
Oh, no? Well, earlier, out of nowhere, I blew up at Luis and slapped him.
Well, I used to slap your father all the time. It was good for him.
Oh, Mother, we are nothing like you and Father. I mean, this was so strange. This anger came out of nowhere, and then wham, I slapped Luis. And I don't know why.
Fancy, you've been under a tremendous amount of pressure. It's natural that tempers are going to flare from time to time.
Yeah, like Pretty's.
Well, let's hope not. Honey, don't spend too much time castigating yourself, okay? These are weird, weird days. I think sometimes this whole town is under some kind of a curse.
But why would I slap the one man who has consistently been on my side? I mean, Luis loves me. He's always been kind to me. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but when I was with Luis, just for a moment, I felt the way I imagine grandfather feels. Completely consumed with my own self-interest, that whatever I chose to do was right, no matter what.
Okay, now that does scare me. Fancy, you are nothing like your grandfather.
Well, then why did I slap Luis?
Fancy, honey, really. You are nothing like your grandfather.
But everyone says that's why he liked me so much.
Everyone? Who? Pretty?
And Aunt Sheridan.
Ah, of course. Yes, your two biggest fans. Fancy, don't listen to them. Honey, you slapped Luis because you needed to let off some steam, and it's no wonder with everything that goes on in this house. Look at me. The worst mother in the world giving you advice in your murdered brother's room. Oh, what a dysfunctional family we are.
All families are dysfunctional.
Not like the Cranes. No, the Cranes, we're diseased somehow. You know, we're crippled. And I think it comes from living in this house under your grandfather's thumb. Toe the party line and you can have whatever you want in the world. But that party line, Fancy, it is sick and it is twisted and it clouds clear thinking.
Well, we all know the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah. And we all choose to do wrong. Because we're Cranes. We're different. The world's rules, they don't apply to us. Fancy, look at my life and learn from it, please. I cut you and Pretty and Fox out of my life because you were Julian's children, and I hated Julian. And I saved all of my love for Ethan. But I didn't have the courage to leave Julian to be with Sam. And the three of you, you suffered for it. You paid the price because I chose to hate the Cranes.
Mother, it's okay. I'm gonna be fine.
Maybe. Maybe you will be. But what about Pretty? And what about Fox? Fox has lost his last chance for happiness.
Good, you're still here. I have something to say to both of you.
What is it, Pretty? Are you all right?
Not really. I feel really guilty about my outburst earlier. I shouldn't have yelled at you. It's not your fault that I didn't take the time to get to know Fox. I'm sorry. And I shouldn't have yelled at you either, Mother. I mean, I know you did the best you could while we were growing up.
No, I didn't, but it's nice of you to say.
You must be going through hell right now. I wouldn't know, but everyone says that losing a child is the worst thing imaginable, and especially when Fox was murdered so senselessly. I'll do my best to make things not any harder for you.
Oh, honey, thank you. Thank you, because no matter what, you are my daughter, and I do love you. And I will do whatever it takes to reconnect. I know I have so much to make up for, I know.
And Fancy, look, I'm sorry, okay? I've lashed out at you so much, it's kind of become a habit. And, I mean, we're sisters. We should be helping each other through the grieving process.
I would do anything if it means we can be close again.
I made up with Fancy and Mother, Grandfather. I hope it's worth it to you. Because being nice to these two bitches is killing me.
I'm really gonna miss Fox. We argued like crazy, but he was so funny.
Such a tragedy. No one should ever die this young.
He had his whole life ahead of him. His whole life, you know? I know it might be nothing, but he and Esme seem to be hitting it off. Not that I approve of Esme.
Oh, she has a good heart, Mother.
I know. And I know your father's right about something else. Kay had something to do with Fox's murder.
Mother, you don't know that. They split up. Besides, Kay had no reason to harm Fox.
There's always money.
I don't buy that. There's no proof. Remember, if you still have any feelings for Sam, you should keep your opinions to yourself. Kay is Sam's daughter, and the more you open up about your hatred for her, the more you'll push him away.
I'm aware of that, I am. It's just that girl is a menace. Since the moment she came into Fox's life, he's had nothing but pain. You saw how hurt he was when she dumped him?
Yes, but she had good reason, Mother. I mean, Fox lied to her for months and months about being sick.
Only because he wanted to hold on to her. And I didn't approve, but I kept quiet about it longer than I should have. And finally, when things are maybe going right in his life, someone puts a bullet in his chest. It's so unfair.
It's okay, Mother. We'll help you through this.
Thank you, honey. Thank you, because I'm gonna need all the help I can get. I am no role model. Girls, I'm not. Just learn from my mistakes, okay? Please understand that the most important thing in this life is love. And all the mistakes I made were because I cut love out of my life, and when I tried to get it back, it just all blew up in my face. Promise me, honey, that you will never turn your back on love.
I promise I won't. I love Luis, and I'm not gonna let him get away.
Grandfather will rip him away from you, Fancy, and there's nothing you can do to stop him.
Oh. The one bright spot today was your apology, Pretty. I really hope the two of you can continue to get along, okay? Because we really need each other. And now that Fox is gone, we're gonna need each other more than ever.
Don't worry, Mother. We'll be here for you.
Well, Fancy, I think you were right. I don't think I should have come here. I think I'll go and take a bath and try to unwind.
Okay. We'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Yeah, Fancy, never mind.
No, what is it?
Look, you know that I do love you, And I want you to be happy and move on.
Okay. What are you trying to say?
It's Aunt Sheridan.
Oh, again?
Don't laugh it off, Fancy. Seriously, she really wants Luis back, and who knows what kind of tricks she's willing to pull to get him. I mean, she's already tried to manipulate me.
Thank you for your concern, Pretty, but don't worry. Luis loves me. No matter what Aunt Sheridan does, he will see right through it.
I hope you're right.
I am. Luis is mine. Mine alone.
Well done, Scarface. You did exactly what I told you to do. Now it's time for the prima donna to make her entrance. And when that happens, Nancy will never know what hit her.